What if I told you that 67% of legal clients will go to your competitor if you don't answer their call immediately, and that 44% of negative Google reviews for law firms are due to communication issues? So today, I'm going to explain to you exactly how 3 law firms solved these problems and saved a lot of money using voice AI. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Brian. I basically just help law firms implement or set up voice AI agents. But without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Okay, let's be honest. Your phone system is costing you money. Every missed call that you receive is basically just a potential client walking straight to your competitor. But here's what most attorneys don't actually realize, and that is the 100K problem. I have some stats for you guys. 67% of clients leave after one missed call, and that pretty much makes sense, right? Let's say you have an urgent call they have to make. You call one firm, they don't pick up. Obviously, you're gonna run to the next one. You don't got time to just follow up and just waste your time. So, and then 44% of negative reviews, especially on Google Maps, is due to communication issues. That could be like poor follow-ups or just missed calls in general. And the average firm loses 127,000 annually from missed opportunities. So here I found case studies from real firms and how they actually implemented voice AI into their systems, and how it solved their problems. But let's look into the first one. So here we have a personal injury firm. Initially, their problem was they missed around 30% of calls during peak hours. And they found that the solution to that was to implement a 24/7 voice AI receptionist. And the results that I received were pretty shocking. They saw a 80% reduction in missed calls, 70% faster lead response time, and 85,000 saved in staffing costs annually. So already you can immediately see how AI really solves all those problems, especially all the money saved from like not hiring a receptionist. But yeah, another case study we have is a criminal defense firm. So the way they handled it was when the firm got a call, the AI would pick up and qualify the lead, and then they'll transition over to booking an appointment if they qualified. So that's basically how it works. So the problem that this firm encountered was that their lawyers were interrupted like 40 plus times daily for the same repetitive questions. And I mean, that kind of makes sense. The big issue is how are they going to actually focus on the high intent, high quality leads, right? There's all these like unqualified callers calling you and just asking the same questions. But what about the actually qualified, like high intent people? They might get missed out, or they might get like a missed call. So that's really important. That's a really big issue. And their solution to this issue was to implement an AI that handles initial screening and qualification process. And the results that they saw was a 90% lead qualification accuracy, because the AI followed a script. It, unlike a human, it doesn't like stray offwards. They also saw 5 hours per day saved per attorney. So that means like they don't have to do all these manual follow-ups. And then 35% in qualified consultations, increase in qualified consultations. Probably that's because the AI was able to like take on all the incoming calls instead of like missing out calls which a human would miss out on. And then another case study we have here is a corporate law firm. The problem they faced was $15,000 per month spent on reception staff plus missed calls after hours. So we can obviously see that this firm was spending big bucks on hiring a virtual assistant or a staff member to take all their calls, and they also missed calls after hours. And they found that the solution to this was a multilingual AI agent with CRM integration. And basically that would mean that the AI could translate or understand multiple languages. So that would mean encompassing a much more broader audience. And it also had CRM integration, which meant that like any info that was captured by the AI, like name, phone number, or like description of the case, it would be forwarded over to a CRM so they could log into their systems. And the results that they saw was a 55% reduction in admin cost. and then 100% after hours coverage, which is really important, especially if you're like a personal injury firm and you guys receive calls after hours, like urgent ones. They also saw 60% faster call handling. So a lot of these firms, what they have in common is that they implemented AI solutions, and immediately they saw improvements in like increased like booking appointments. They also stopped getting missed calls. They had 24/7 coverage, which meant that the AI would also capture calls after hours past 5 p.m. and all the way up to 9 a.m. But the thing I want to highlight is that voice AI doesn't actually replace your staff. It's supposed to make them more valuable, right? The thing about AI is that it just cuts out a lot of the repetitive stuff and allows humans to actually focus on like what actually matters most, and that is getting clients. And also in the last video, I posted a YouTube video where I actually showed you guys how to build a after hours agent, voice agent using Retail and Make.com. But yeah, feel free to give that video a check. I included all the resources for free in the description where you guys could follow along and actually build it out yourselves. Hope you guys took a lot of value from this, and hopefully everything made sense, it clicked. But yeah, feel free to leave a question in the comments if you have any. And yeah, catch you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.